All right, let's check this out and see what he has to say. By the way, who thinks he's going to hold the controller up? Yes, no?
Yes. Also, is he wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt?
Yeah, he does that a lot.
Okay.
He does that a lot.
And why is he called the... What if he talks so much about PlayStation, why hasn't he renamed himself the PlayStation guy instead of Dreamcast?
Can you imagine the effect by Sega?
I just want Xbox to buy Sega just to see his reaction.
I know. It would be great.
I just want to see that. All right, let's go.
What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, and today we're talking about Xbox because they just increased the price of Xbox Game Pass again. They've done this multiple times now. They've made it $10 and then $15, and now it's up to $20 a month. But additionally, they're trying to remove Day 1 Game Pass exclusives. Yes, that's right. The entire point of Game Pass is, hey, a new game comes out, it's automatically on the service. They're trying to remove that, but let's break this down because, to be honest, this is so stupid, it actually doesn't make sense. Hi, hope you're having a...
It actually does make sense.
Yeah.
Because giving away Day 1 games at $10 is silly. That was never going to be sustainable.
Unless, of course, the Day 1 games aren't the AAA games. And they like, oh yeah, we're going to give away Day 1 games. The indie titles.
Yeah.
A great day. If you could, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's see if we can get this to 2,000 likes because this is so absolutely frustrating. But here it is. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is going up to $20 a month here in the United States. They've also shown the pricing. It's like $24 a month in Canada. Now, people are going to go, you don't need to get Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. You could pay for the basic tier for just simple online functionality. Look, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is how you get the games. There's not a lot of Xbox exclusives, and honestly, a lot of them have not been particularly good, but if you actually want to play new Xbox games, this is the only way to do it.
That is bullshit. How is a Game Pass Ultimate the only way you can play new games?
Yeah,
I mean, right there, he's already lying.
Only way, Chaos. They will never be sold ever again via real money. Only way. Only way.
How is this even remotely possible for him to say? I mean...
only way!
This is ridiculous.
Now, I feel like...
Stop talking crazy. You can't just buy the game with money for a transaction. No, this is the only way.
Yeah, common's wrong. Let's use common sense here. You can't just go into the digital store to buy the game or, walk into a shop. Don't be silly. Also, isn't the what's the difference between Game Pass Core and Game Pass Essentials? He's saying Game Pass Core is useless. So wouldn't that make Game Pass Essentials useless, even more useless?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
What is he even talking about? All right, we're only a minute in. This is going to be good. It's going to be good. We're going to cook good. We are going to cook good.
Part of the reason I'm just so incredibly frustrated is because every Xbox person for the last 7 years keeps saying two separate things. Game Pass is cheaper than buying games, and Xbox Game Pass is the best deal in gaming.
It costs less than 3 games. So if you buy 2 games, that's £140, right? And if you buy a AA game, that takes you roughly to about £180. Maybe even 190 if it's 50
So yeah,
quid.
if you play 4 games on Game Pass throughout the year,
free.
then Game Pass saves you money.
Free games are 200.
Free. No, even with the raise, you only still need to play free.
Yeah. In the UK, it's £180. A brand new game is £70. 7 times 3 is 21.
Yeah.
So you're saving $30 just by playing 3 games.
If you play 4 games on the Xbox Game Pass, then you have saved yourself money throughout a year paying $240 with this price hike if the games are $70.
Ah, it's
Yeah.
for the
It's
for the
cheaper to
US,
buy
I
the
guess.
games. It's cheaper to
Yeah.
buy the games if you're only getting 1, 2, or 3 games.
Yeah, but hold
for the
on.
year.
You pay 70 plus tax. How much is your tax?
Depends on the state. Here in Florida, there is no state tax,
Isn't
but
it
it's like 7%.
Isn't it like normally it's like $75 with tax? I think is the average. 75 to 77, I think, with tax is the average.
Something
I
like
think-
that, yeah.
Pulling out my bum as somebody
So
that's in the
basically,
UK
for the
and
free
not in
games, it
America.
goes up to an extra $20 on average. So you're looking at $200 on average, 200, 205, give or take. And so that even at the $70 price tag, you're at 240, right? Is it 240 now
Yeah.
for in the US? Yeah, it is. So yeah, you'll be about $30 out. So you'd need the fourth game. In the UK,
Yeah,
it's
four,
just free
four
games.
games. If you play 4 games on your Game Pass, then you have saved yourself money because that 4th game is going to put you up to $280 or $300 compared to the $240 that you're spending on a year, and you get games every month.
So he's already wrong here. Anyway, let's continue.
Well, at this point, this means that you're paying $240 a year. $240 a year to get Xbox Game Pass every single month. $240 a year. Let's say you're a PlayStation gamer or you're somebody that just plays stuff on Nintendo Switch. They usually release like 3 or 4 exclusives a year. Let's use the example 3. So if I'm buying 3 $70 games every year, that's full priced games. That's $210. That is cheaper than a subscription to Game Pass Ultimate, and additionally, I get to have those games forever. I can play them, I can update them, I could trade them in, I can lend.
That's only 3 games though. What about all the other games that are going to come along? What about all the other benefits that come along with the actual perks and everything else? This is so misleading. Like, he is literally full of shit.
Yep.
I can't believe how much full of shit he is. He is literally lying out of his teeth. He's acting like no one plays anything outside of AAA gaming. That AAA game.
Yeah.
If only people care. I mean, no one cares about it now, but
Yeah,
they
nobody
did
cares
one
about
time.
that, but if only people. I blame the company for nerfing everything.
yeah, they nerfed it down to the ground. They killed that themselves. That wasn't even the PSN's killing that. They just killed that themselves. They literally just murdered their
Zano
own
also
game.
brought up another point. That's not including when you get like collector's edition and the premium editions of games, where it's more like the Ubisoft games is $130 for the game, or
Yeah, if you
$18 for
want
their
that Star
subscription
Wars
service.
Outlaws special edition mission with Jabba the Hutt, £150, please.
Yeah, but don't forget, like just like Ventura saying here, you still get access to like 200-300 games. They might not be day one, but you still get access to them. And then you'll see. I bet you get like access to some of the indie games on there. You know, the lower tier like A games.
Yeah, there'll be some.
Absolutely.
There'll probably be some AA games that come out day one.
Send them to a friend. Xbox Game Pass continues to lose games. It's not having new exclusives very often.
How is it
and now
losing
the
games?
price
Losing
keeps going
anything.
up. But wait, here's the part of it
Man,
that's extra
One
bizarre.
second, can I talk about this?
Go on.
Can I? Yes, it's losing games. Correct. That's because of license agreements. That's every service that's existed ever that's a digital online service. Netflix, spoilers, stuff gets added, and then after so many years, unless they renew the contract, they lose it. PlayStation, unless they renew the contract, they lose it. Every online service that exists, it does this. This is not a Microsoft problem. This is every service that exists. Like Netflix didn't renew. Oh look, Amazon has slipped in the fiver. It looks like the TV show's now on Amazon. Oh no, Amazon didn't renew. Netflix decided to slip in £6.50, and now Netflix has it again. It's just
Perfect
that's how it
example,
is.
Chille, of most recently, KOTOR remake. PlayStation has had that in their pocket, and it's been canceled and shelved, and they had to take down their whole trailer because of licensing agreements. Perfect example.
Sorry, that was like I had to. Yeah,
You're fine. You're fine.
Let's continue.
continue, Kev.
PC Game Pass price is going up to $12 a month. I actually think I'm gonna cancel my sub to Xbox Game Pass because this is so ridiculously expensive.
My dude is so broke that he can't afford an extra $1 a month.
I'm probably going full in on PC. Xbox Game Pass Core is now $75 a month. This is essentially this is just online and nothing else. It's no bells, it's no whistles, it's no games. It's just...
That's a lie as well. There's 25 curated games that rotate on a monthly basis. Come on, DreamcastGuy, stop lying.
The core actual features of essentially paying $75 a month for your console to work. Now, Xbox Game Pass console has just been canceled. It is shut off. So people who currently have it can maintain their sub, but new people cannot sign up for it. Now, this was essentially just the way to play stuff online. It was like a different version of Core. Here's the part, though, that's extra bizarre. A completely new tier of Xbox Game Pass.
Can I just add something while we're doing this? This is $80 just so you can have your machine functioning. This is okay. $80 is okay for your machine to function properly, right? It's okay, but $74.99, which is $5 cheaper, is not okay for you to pay to have your machine function. I will say,
the more people say them saying that Core is getting cancelled, that console's getting cancelled, I understand what it is, but it's a very confusing statement if you don't know what you're into with gaming. Like if someone came up to me and said the Xbox console is being cancelled, that is, you could take that in a completely different way than what it is being referenced.
Oh yeah, but this is the Xbox Game Pass.
If you just said that sentence, yeah. But if you just said that without adding the word Game Pass, like
yeah.
Because he did not add the word Game Pass. He just said the word Xbox console.
But
and
he's
that is confusing for someone that's just coming in.
But he's just openly admitted in his video that paying $80 is cheaper than paying $74.99. He's just said $79.99 is cheaper than $74.99.
Yep. Make it make sense. Only ponies.
It must be late because I can't compute.
That's going to be launched in September that makes it so that you cannot play new games. No day one games. Instead, it's the back catalog of Xbox only, and additionally, it does not have Xbox Cloud Gaming. Now, this to me, across the board, this is absolutely stupid. And I think we all know why they're doing this. In the comments, people are talking about the fact that this is the Call of Duty effect. Obviously, recently we had the purchase of Active.
If that's the Call of Duty effect, what was the effect for this? Chille, you're a pony, so you can actually explain this to me. If Microsoft is increasing it as the Call of Duty effect, what is the effect of this?
The Sony wants more money effect.
What is if that was the Call of Duty effect? What is the effect of this? Because I'm struggling to figure out where he's going with this, because there is so much bullshit coming out of his mouth.
Because they added in movies.
Coming up.
Yeah, they added in movies, didn't they? Which, by the way, I forgot to claim, so I didn't get.
Wait, you can claim movies? Oh, never even.
That's what they added with that. They added Sony Pictures on the PlayStation 5.
They're like, you got some free tokens if you download the Sony PlayStation Core app, and then you can claim some free movies.
Yep.
That's easy. The Sony Creed effects. Oh man, I'm happy I kept this up because
now,
that literally contradicts him.
I will point out one thing. There was an article written by let's see, who is this? Tom Ivan from Video Game News as of March 8th of last year. Microsoft insists Game Pass prices will not increase as a result of the Activision merger. It says a price rise would be counterproductive as it would increase subscriber churn rates. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind as you're reading all this and listening to what he's saying and what's going on. We knew a price increase was going to happen. We didn't know how much it was going to be. And for everything that Activision has to offer, if and when they do decide to start dropping things from Activision back catalog into Game Pass, and it's actually, showing us things aside from Call of Duty Day 1 and Diablo 4, just launching, this is going to be a huge win. Anyway, you look at it, $2 and you get everything Activision Blizzard now.
Yeah.
I mean, where's the downside of it?
And Sedano, that was for a year. This is
which is up next month.
Which is up in September.
Yeah.
End of September, this is up. Anyway.
Division
That's
Blizzard,
that
that was
work.
a huge, $70 billion deal. And so Microsoft is still trying to find a way to make back that money. And
they've already made, look, they paid $70 billion, right? And the FTC already confirmed, which really pissed off Phil Spencer and Satya Nadella during the court trial, because they said you are getting way more than you're paying back in value. And it turns out that the FTC actually accidentally said how much they were getting, which Judge Jacqueline Corley got really upset with James Weingarten at the time, because Microsoft, the moment the deal closed, made over $100 billion. They invested 70 and got back $100 billion. This notion that they need to make that money back, they've already made $100 billion in asset value that the company is benefiting from. Sure, the money isn't liquid, but if they need to make it liquid, they can make it liquid quite easily.
Yeah.
But it's there. They made over $100 billion the moment the deal closed. So in terms of just pure profit, the moment that deal closed, after they paid that $70 billion, they made over $30 billion back in profit. So this notion that they keep on talking about, that they need to make that $70 billion back, is incorrect. It's already done. They're reveling in it.
If they were to liquidate and close Activision Blizzard, they would have that money.
Yep.
There'd be a lot of pissed off people. Yeah, sure.
A lot of jobs closed as well, but the money's there.
Yeah.
If they need it, they can take it. Anyway.
Absolutely.
master plan is to put Call of Duty in Xbox Game Pass. They said straight up, if you get Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you can play the new Call of Duty the day it comes out. Because after all, the whole promise of Game Pass is that every Xbox Game Studios game comes to Game Pass, right? And now technically that's what Activision is. But here's the part of that that's just so mind-boggling to me. You would have made billions of dollars just selling copies of Call of Duty. I mean, you'll still make a decent chunk of change because it'll actually sell on PlayStation 5, whereas 0 people are going to buy it on Xbox. But
there it is! He's so salty! The salt!
Just because it's on Game Pass does not mean it's not going to be bought on Xbox.
I mean, I don't care. I'm paying my subscription. I'm not buying it. Now, what people are going to do, which is what I'm going to do, which a lot of people are going to do, they are going to upgrade to the Vault Edition for $30.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like they did with Starfield, where they paid for the Premium Edition, $30. They're going to do the same. And this way, Microsoft isn't just single dipping into this. They are double dipping. They're getting a double penetration.
Isn't there actually a Call of Duty? It doesn't Call of Duty have its own sub as well? Or am I confused?
They have their own battle pass.
Yeah.
No, I thought there was like a.
No, there's
Call
no
of
sub.
Duty sub.
No sub.
No sub.
You can download and play Call of Duty on the Battle.net launcher for free. Warzone.
There's no sub.
Okay.
I feel like the bizarreness of this is that they are betting that every Xbox user is going to pay for this subscription. That the idea, I guess, is that, oh, instead of selling a bunch of copies for $70 a pop, we'll get millions of people to sign up for $20 a month. This is such a, like, insanely bad idea. Like, Game Pass...
It's literally $3.
And you know how much the
How much
game
is a
made
can
in
of Coke in
sales?
the US?
How much is what?
A can of Coke.
Depends on where you go. Usually about $5.
So it's less than a can of Coke. That's a really expensive can of Coke as well, by the way. Just
Yeah, that's
you know.
insane. I know we've got sugar tax, but what kind of tax do you have?
Well, that's for a bottle of
I don't
Coke, I
thi-
should say. Cans are usually like $1, maybe $2.
Okay, 2 I can get. I can understand. 5 was a bit
But no,
extreme.
But what I was going to get at with what he was saying about people buying and not buying Call of Duty, it doesn't matter how much Call of Duty sells, because you know where Call of Duty makes their money?
Microtransactions.
Absolutely.
That's
The
where
microtransactions dwarf the entirety of the sales that Call of Duty has ever freaking sold
Okay, let me
every year.
I've covered this in a previous video, but just let me paraphrase this from that video to here. Microsoft previously was getting 15% per sale from Call of Duty, not 20% or 30%. Sony was afforded 30% because they had a bigger market share and had a bigger standing against Activision. But Microsoft was having to accept 15%, not the 30% that you usually get, 15%. And that applied to microtransactions as well, right? Now, sure, they're not going to get the full purchase price of the game on Xbox, but they are going to get the full purchase price of anyone upgrading to Vault. They're also going to get the full whack of anything that's microtransactions from Xbox users, Battle Pass users. They're also getting 70% off from PlayStation, sorry. They're getting 70% off PC. They are getting all of that microtransaction, 70% off PlayStation and PC.
Don't forget 70% off probably Switch, because I'm going to call now that it will probably come to Switch 2 in the future.
Switch 2. I just didn't include Switch
2.
right now because it wasn't coming to the original Switch. But the Switch 2 will obviously get it as well. So yes, they're building the game and it's costing them money, but they're getting revenue from PlayStation, PC, Xbox, eventually the Switch. And let's not forget, Call of Duty Mobile makes roughly about 10 million a day. Right? Not a week, a day. $10 million a day. They're getting that revenue as well. So they're fine. They're fine. I don't know where he's going off with this tangent, but they're fine.
Past numbers, they're publicly known. They are flat. Nobody is signing up, and now jacking up the price and removing features, people are going to literally cancel their sub, especially because the other weird aspect of this is that Xbox did a commercial literally yesterday where they said, hey, don't worry about having an Xbox console. You can just have our streaming service. Xbox streaming works on any TV with an Amazon Fire Stick. It's super easy peasy.
Yep.
So announcing that and then announcing the fact that you can't use streaming on this, that means to stream games on your TV, you're going to have to pay $20 a month. Like, not having streaming on the basic service is super weird. But a lot of people are talking about the fact that the other aspect of...
We also don't know what tiers are going to be available on those Amazon Fire Sticks.
I mean, we know it's going to be Ultimate.
JT, it is not. But here it is, right? Hear me out. Just hear me out. Chat, hear me out. Right? Game Pass Core does not have xCloud.
Mm-hmm.
Game Pass Console does not have xCloud. Game Pass Ultimate is the only service that has xCloud. Where is he getting off by saying having it on the other services when it was never there to begin with?
And spoilers.
I did not know that.
On the, and spoilers, if you're looking at the PlayStation side, the PlayStation service that has the cloud service is the one that's the most expensive as well. The cheaper one does not have cloud. So if you're like, oh, but PlayStation, it would be the equivalent of having to have Ultimate. so you need Ultimate for PlayStation as well.
Heard from a pony himself. My dude's right now just licking his sugar cubes and just spitting out facts. But Smiley,
Yep, Smiley's right.
Look,
Alright. Okay, here we go. There's like 3
sorry,
minutes
I'm
left
also
of
just
this.
running around mining on 14, so
and licking cubes.
yeah.
Of it
Licking
is that
cubes are my.
it's
I'm
pretty
licking. Yeah. Sorry.
That's all right.
obvious that Xbox is gushing money down the drain. I mean, they are bleeding about as fast as you can bleed and still be alive. They are buying studios and then shutting them down. They're acquiring stuff and then not even putting out games. Or when they do buy stuff like Ninja Theory, they put out Hellblade 2. This came out just a couple months ago and utterly bombed. 37th overall on best-selling games, which is so low, it's super strange. 37th for May means it actually charted below like Wii U games and stuff. I mean, literally record.
Okay. Time to debunk this too, man. This is too easy. Come on, man. Make it difficult for me. So, Hellblade 1, which was available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, within 1 year, sold 1 million copies. Right? The original Hellblade sold 1 million copies when it was available on Windows and PlayStation 4 in 2023. And then 6 months later, or 7 months later, it arrived on Xbox. And then it completed the year and it barely broke 1 million sales. We are talking about an ultra niche game in a Game Pass era that's expected to sell the same as a game on free platforms that are buying the game, and it did barely broke 1 million in a year. And in a Game Pass era that's available on Xbox and PC, we think that it's going to get those same numbers. At this point, I think his face says it all. He's a fucking idiot.
JT, next month.
Is this dude stupid? They even said Game Pass was profitable. Game Pass is profitable. So... No, this is Hellblade 2, Snowy. This is funny. Like, that's already been debunked.
Breakingly bad. But here's the other part of it. Ranked 12th in terms of monthly players. That means that the people who actually have Game Pass already and are already playing their Xbox, so many people did not even bother to install it. Xbox has found themselves in a strange spot where they're trying to break even. They're
also
trying
a short
to
game.
jack up the costs for the players so that eventually they'll feel profitable. And to me, it's bizarre that they think this is going to work. I'm sorry I'm rambling about this, but I am annoyed.
You are rambling because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You literally have lost the plot. There is nothing here that you have said that is even remotely contextually, factually correct. You have lied in this whole video. From start to finish, you have actively lied. And then you turn around and say that Paris is actually lying and isn't making this shit up when you're coming on here in a video actively lying and saying you don't do it for the actual views. You're a fucking clown.
That honestly, everything just keeps getting more expensive. Games cost more, everything's filled with DLC, stuff keeps launching broken, and every service just keeps getting more expensive. Like,
Spoilers!
it's
That's
just
everything!
ridiculous.
What's that, Chille?
Sorry, he's like, the games are going up in... That's everything in the world, everything is more expensive now.
Well,
Everything. Not just
everything.
video games, everything.
I mean, just
That
to
is
give you a
true.
brief, my gas and electric, my electric used to be £20 a week. I'm now paying £60-70 a week. So everything's gone up.
No,
Like,
the gas
I
and
can-
electric is a massive scam.
It is, I know.
So,
But I'm just giving it as an example.
they're like, I got a letter saying that, oh, due to government rules, your gas and electric is going down in price. Okay, sweet. And then underneath it said, due to increase in demand the price of your standing charge is going up. So what you're saying is my price is going down, but you're charging me more for not using gas and electricity, so the price is going up anyway. That makes sense.
Yep. It's the Sony way. See, this is the future we'd live in if DreamcastGuy and Sony were running the show.
Yeah.
That's a horrible thing to even materialize in your mind.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
can I,
chat. I'm sorry.
I mean, I've
I'm
always
stuck.
said that the moment that they think that because of the FTC leaks that Microsoft said they're going to exit the gaming business in 2027, the way that Sony's going, I'm sorry, but by the end of this year or maybe by the end of next year, Sony's going to go out of business just because they can't sustain themselves.
Time will tell. But let's continue. There's like a minute left in this video.
Subscribe to stuff. I've got enough money to, like, you know, have services and stuff like that. But it sucks that Netflix keeps going up, YouTube Premium keeps going up, freaking PS5 Premium keeps going up, and now Xbox Game Pass just continues to get worse and more expensive.
How does it get
Like,
worse?
I know that.
How is it getting worse? It's getting better. How is it getting worse? I don't understand. You are getting Call of Duty on there. You're getting Avowed on there. You're getting Indiana Jones on there. You are getting Towers of Hinterberg.
Towers
on
of
there.
Hindenburg,
You're
Dungeons of
getting
Hindenburg,
Dungeons of Hinterberg. You're getting Diablo 4.
Frostpunk 2.
The DLC coming on there? I don't think the DLC is going to be on there. You're getting
Nah, you
Frostpunk
still
on
gotta
there.
pay for the DLC.
You're getting City Skylines, if that ever does bother releasing. I still think the Series S is the issue. That's not coming at the moment, but hopefully it'll arrive sooner or later. But how is it getting worse? How is it getting worse? As Demolisher says, all ABK games on the sub and the back catalogue. How is it getting worse? At this point, if I continue raising my voice, I think the wife's going to come down with a frying pan and whack me across the head. You're just going to see me like this on the thing.
Gaming is not a
You'll be a
broke
happy
boy
feeling
hobby, as
mess.
people say, but it's just bizarre to me that we keep seeing them find new ways to make Xbox not only worse, but less worth it than it already was. But what do you guys think about this? Is this not even a big deal? Tell me.
It is not a big deal. You lied in the whole video. You chatted shit in the whole video. You over-exaggerated stuff. You manipulated the data. You haven't provided any factual information correctly. This video was nothing but Xbox bad, Game Pass bad, Microsoft bad. I'm a pony. Not me, him. But yeah, you let me know what you think in the comment section below, folks, because I think this is crazy. Chille, what do you think?
I think it's a little bit crazy. Yeah, I agree. It's nuts.
And that's coming from a sugar-licking pony.
Yeah, I am.
Power?
Nay.
God damn it, Chille. Just had to throw that in there at the end. Sure, the price going up by $2-3 or whatever in most places is bad, but the potential increase that it's going to give makes everything completely worth it over everything that the PlayStation is currently doing. There's no downside to what you're going to be getting. Day one games, all the newest releases, and such big titles and franchises aside from everything else as well.
This is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. But you know what? You let me know in the comment section below what you think. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release, and I will see you in the next one. Boom, that's the video done. I'll upload that for tomorrow sometime. But shit, this video was special. This was special. Not a single fucking thing he said was factual. Oh my god. That was
It's worse
pretty
because
special.
I guess it's not on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And yay, I got to be in one of your videos. I think that's the first time I've actually been in one of those. I think.
I mean, Rick Miles here says $2 US makes sense. Currently, us Canadians are getting a hell of a deal, paying $18.99, which after conversion is less than what the Americans are paying. I haven't received a price hike email yet, but if it goes up the $4 that is being reported, still the best deal in gaming. Boom!